Hi guys, hi everybody, I hope you are all fine. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hasan Zeki Alp. I've been presenting you modern programming languages in my YouTube channel, and so far I've prepared lots of programming languages lessons, and we have started with Scala programming language, and so far I've prepared you 6 Scala lessons. That means around 60 code snippets for presenting your Scala programming language. And this time I've been presenting you Scala lessons 7, and this time also I'm gonna show you around 10 code snippets and describe you how that means, and when I run the code I will paraphrase the output. We'll discuss together. Okay, without wasting any time, I'd like to start up our lesson. Okay, we're going on with Scala collections, Scala tuples, and here I define a variable t, so it's gonna have 4 members, such as 4, 3, 2, 1 numeric values, and I define another variable so as to be sum of these all members, and it's called sum, and I here define recall my print line command, print line method. So this is the paraphrasing, and this is the sum. It's gonna be concatenated. Scala for almost everything is objects. So by mentioning this format t dot underscore 1, it's gonna collect the first member. T dot underscore 2, it's gonna collect the second, third, and fourth. And somehow this is a rigorous method. For the next example, I will show a practical way to handle this, to overcome this difficulty. So let's run this program snippet and see the result. And sum of elements title is printed here, and after that the value of sum is printed on the same line. Okay, 4, 7, 9, and 10. Okay, so just we are interrogating, would there be any practical way to sum all these members instead of writing all members one by one? Okay, that's possible. Just we can use some iterator methods, iterator, product iterator for each. Just we'll do that. Let's go step by step. I define one variable st once again, so it's gonna have 4 members, such as 4, 3, 2, and 1, and just I here define or recall a method t dot product iterator dot for each. This method will do this for each members of this variable, okay, within the brackets, and so it's gonna recall print line method at once again, and when print line method is recalled, this paraphrasing will be printed, and the value of I will be concatenated as a result. So just this is an example, an iteration over the tuple. So let's run it and see the result. Okay, value 4, 3, 2, and 1, and for each time the value of the members will be printed out on the screen. Just we can go with another one. I here would like to show you another one, tuples, how to convert to a string just we can use this built-in method to string. Okay, just I define a object of tuple 3. Okay, tuple 3 will have 3 members. Okay, one numeric and hello is string, and the console another one as argument, and I assign this new tuple, an instance of this new tuple, to variable t, and when I recall a print line method, just focus here, you guys. T dot to string, this is gonna print out all these 3 members in order. Just when we run, okay, the concatenated string will be 1 hello and Scala, and this is the reference number for a console. In fact, this is also converted to string, so it somehow includes some alphanumeric numbers such as expected. And let me show you another example, and this is an example for swapping the elements within tuples. So it's possible to swap elements just by calling a single method such as t.swap. Once again, I define a variable t here, an instance of tuple 2. In fact, this keyword just reminds us that this is an instance, this is an object of this object creation of this tuple. And Scala and hello, 2 members. It has 2 members, string members. In fact, so what is expected from us is to swap these elements. That's to say, Scala will be placed as the second member of this one, and hello will be the first member of this one, and just I'd like to print out the converted or swapped array once again. Sorry, not array, tuples, and just by mentioning t dot swap, we'll do that. It's so easy. Okay, the original one was Scala, comma hello, and after swiping hello, comma Scala will be printed out on the screen as a swapped tuple. And how about the next one, you guys? Okay, we're going on collections as options, and I here define a capitals variable such as in Scala, data structures are called as collections, you guys, and map just stands for dictionary in Python. Just look at this couple pairs, France, Paris, Japan, Tokyo. It's very similar to dictionary structure in Python. And I define capitals so as to include 2 members, 2 couples, and I'd like to recall the print line method, capitals.get France / France, and it's gonna be concatenated capital.get. In fact, this is the text to be written on the screen, as you see. Sorry, and just a little bit smaller. Okay, at the first print line method, I define I recall this get method for France and the argument as France, and Paris will be recalled as it is expected. And for the next method, print line method, I'd like to get for India, and there is no, in fact, so it's expected to get a null or not existing value warning. None. Okay, just here is the output, in fact. Okay, let's focus on here. Capitals.get. This is the paraphrasing, and France also, and here some Paris, and that means it has already found and is saying that. And how about India? Actually, India is not a member of this map structure, so when we interrogate, when we inquire by using this method, it's gonna get a non-result. That means there is no specified capital for India. And how about the next one? Okay, we're going on collections. This time we keep the same map structure once again, okay, as capitals variable. And this time I'd like to show you the usage of show dot get structure. Okay, by mentioning show and open parenthesis capitals dot get for Japan, and the other line is show open parenthesis capitals dot get for India. And after that, I will define this show function so as to use it, because unless we define this function, we cannot use this one. So we have to define a show function here, and the condition for that, x will be option and a string, and in a match case, okay, sum or sums will be s, and case none will be interrogation mark. This is somehow output formatting approach, because none does not have any meaning. So in order to mention that we have to modify this empty capital, we have to place this one, and that's the show definition. Just by recalling this one for Japan and India, it's gonna get specific results. Let's run it and show. See. Okay. For Japan, it's already found, and it's indicated as Tokyo. And how about India? In our original map structure, there is no specific data for India as capital, and instead of saying none, it's gonna place a question mark here, and that's the case. Okay. Using get or else method, this is another method. It's gonna get whenever one of the arguments is non-zero value, non-zero assignment. I have to show you one example in order to make it more clear. And I define two variables such as a and b. Okay, a will have sum 5, and b will have none. In fact, that means that it has no member, in fact. None stands for that, and I'd like to get or else I'd like to use get or else method by using zero argument. That means 0 or 5, that's gonna give a result of 5, in fact. And how about the other one for b? Okay, b, for b variable, it's gonna get 10, so none or 10 is gonna give a result of 10, in fact. And as a result, for the first line, okay, this is paraphrasing, just I use it for paraphrasing. In fact, the running code is like this, okay, and the other for variable b like this: get or else with argument 0 and argument 10. So when we run this, 5 and 10 will be presented on the screen. 5 stands for A and 10 stands for B. Okay, get or else. And this is an example for get or else method. This is the important here, or important, because thanks to this or, it's gonna accept the existing one, different from 0, different from none, in fact. How about the next one? Here is empty. This is an example for presenting the usage of isEmpty method, in fact. Okay, the first one A and the second B, the same structure. I keep the all the same with the previous one, and this one in my print line method I recall isEmpty method. Okay, A dot is empty. You guys, that means I create an instance of a variable. Okay, this is an object, and this is the method regarding this object. That's translated into English like this. That means I take variable x and accept this method so as to apply for this variable x. Okay. And how about this one? It's gonna give a result of true, logical true, no, logical false, because as a result of this isEmpty interrogation, it will give a result of false, in fact, because it already has some elements. And how about the next one for B? Is empty, B is empty. Yes, so the result of this logical interrogation, logical comparison, will give a result of true, in fact. False, true. Okay, let's make it run and see the result right away. Okay, A is empty. No, it's false. It's not a correct expression. Is empty, true. In fact, it's empty. Yes. Okay, let's go with code snippet 70. And here I'd like to give an example of iterators. Iterators can be considered as generators that can be repeated for each time for the number of members. And let's go step by step. I define a variable it. Okay, and this is a list of this is an array of iterator such that it's gonna have these members, a number of words for members as it is, and this is the while loop, in fact. So when we look at the while loop, the curly brackets just will define the affected commands, in fact. What is affected here? Print line method is affected here. So it.next method will be performed each time. So what is the comparison for it? Dot has next. Has next means as long as it has a member of this iterator list. That means that's translated like this. And Okay, that's enough for that. It's repeated for 4 times. Okay, and just we can say that it's repeated 4 times, and for each turn it's gonna print the content of this array. That's to say, the first element and the second element, third and the fourth element will be printed within different rows, because it's already used only one print line. So whenever this loop is performed, is going on, this print line method will be called each time. That means 4 times it's going to be called. That's to say, a number of words will be printed on 4 different rows, different lines. And here I'd like to give an example of minimum and maximum valued element. These are another methods so as to be used in order to find out maximum or minimum value of an array. And here iterator A, iterator B, 2 variables I define here. One list includes this one, and actually it's the same. In fact, just I'm interrogating which is maximum number for iterator A variable, and which is the minimum number for iterator B. And structure is very easy. Iterator A is the name of the object, or that's to say, other saying, an instance of this iterators. In fact, it a dot max will get maximum value. So it seems that 9 is going to be the maximum of this array, and it b dot min will get the minimum value of this iterator array. So what is it? 2 is the minimum value. Okay, when we run this one, okay, minimum maximum valued element, this is the title, and 90 will be printed out. And for the next line, minimum valued element 20 will be printed. Just when we look for a review, this is an instance creation here. Okay, the iterator array will include these members. So in each time when we recall this max, each time each member will be searched whether it is the maximum value or not. You don't care how it is done. However, as long as you use this one, it's gonna get this maximum value. You have to remember this one. Well, it will be assigned to iterator like this. Very easy. And the last code snippet for this lesson, find the length of an iterator. So in some cases, knowing the length of an iterator means important, so much I think. I define iterator A and iterator B, and just I use a different notation here. It a dot size and it a dot b. Actually, this is similar. Okay, it's gonna give the same result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's up to you. You can use it a dot size or it a dot length. It's similar. and whichever you prefer, you can use this one. Okay, you guys, so we have completed Scala series, Scala 7. So there will be just I have a look, Scala lesson 8 and Scala lesson 9. So with the Scala lesson 9, this series will come to an end, and I hope you understand these Scala lessons easily. Scala is a member of Java group of programming languages, and as you can see, it's somehow much more easier than Scala strict formatting or Scala syntax. And I hope you can use Scala as an alternative to Java or other programming languages. That's what I want to say for the time being. Thanks for watching me, you guys. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I will have good news for a new feature for Scala family of programming languages. There will be a surprise. This is not time to declare it. However, whenever I finish these Scala lessons, I will start up another Java family or JVM based another programming language, a high-level programming language, structured programming language. That's the limit that I want to say for the time being. Thanks for watching me, guys, and keep in peace. Bye bye.